So this is town buildings over here, and
Yeah.
then you're over on the left?
Right.
And what is this, an old,
Yep.
is this gonna get mined?
Eventually it could get mined.
Why is it white?
It's called a posi shell. It's a concrete that we seal it, cap it
really?
with, to keep the methane from escaping.
Really?
And then in return, we have wells on top of it that we pump the methane out of the line cell and we burn it off.
Why is there so much methane in this?
Well, because there's a lot of C&D that was put in here.
I see.
A sheetrock.
And that means because there's air? It creates an air pocket? Is that why? No. You said
It
there's no air.
decomposes and creates methane gas.
Right.
In the absence of oxygen.
Right.
And instead of that methane getting out in the environment, it's flared off and burned so that it is not escaping into the environment.
Right.
It's being burned off.
They're really not scared. It's funny. Okay, so where are we now, Paul?
Well, we're in the newest section of the line cell that was just constructed.
The new liner is for what material? And you guys can share in that.
Well, we take the baled plastic material that we saw that was screened off at the screen in the composting building is baled, and that's brought here.
So basically, what we're trying to do is the only thing that we're going to keep on the island is baled plastic.
Materials that aren't recyclable,
Right.
and it's baled plastic that may have future value. That's right.
Compost the other stuff.
That's right.
We get rid of metal.
That's right.
We do something with the wood. We either
Plastic,
get rid of this
furniture, white goods,
everything leaves but
the
the
food
plastic.
waste, the compost, all's reused other than construction and demolition waste that's not recoverable goes off the island, and the only thing that's landfilled is the baled plastic.
And why does it have a liner in it if it's plastic anyway?
Well, it's a state requirement. We've argued that fact, but they have always erred on the side of conservatism, and that's the law.
If they found later that there were something in plastic that hurts you,
Well, yeah,
put it in the water.
It's pretty inert,
Yeah.
but that's a double safety factor.
How often do you guys do water quality tests on some of these ponds around here?
I think that's a good question. I don't
Ponds
know.
are yearly. And
Yearly?
we also have monitoring wells that is tested quarterly.
And I don't know if you're responsible for it or we are, or the state or whatever, but it's just a question that I had about
Well, we do it.
Yeah.
And I would say we're responsible.
We're responsible for quarterly monitoring wells, which is indicative of what the water quality is in the surrounding area.
So what do you see the future? Tell me about the future of this site. How will it be in 5 years, 10 years?
Well, in 5 to 10 years, there won't be a large landfill. It'll be a shadow of its former self, so to speak. And hopefully, we will have, with the town, selected a technology to deal with those materials that aren't currently recoverable or recycled, such as a gasification technology or something where we can reuse the high energy value that's in these materials that are being stockpiled, if you will, in these landfills.
Mm-hmm. And I guess the question will come down to, do we make enough to cover the cost of gasification too?
Well, with increasing fuel costs, it certainly looks pretty good.
Do you ever see a time, I mean, this is a business question for you. Could you imagine buying all of Martha's Vineyard's garbage and bringing it here and doing what you do? I mean, I don't mean, well, maybe it could be here, maybe it's somewhere else, where the Cape and the Islands has one facility where it takes care of all of its garbage at some point.
Well, we certainly wouldn't buy it, but what we could do possibly is either build a facility similar to this one on Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
And I do know the two islands have had conversation in the past with the subject being cooperating with wastes. That would have to be a political decision that's made, but certainly it's feasible from a technology standpoint.
And so with new technologies always coming up, you always hear about the new thing that's going to take care of things. The town's been talking about wind energy. possibly this is a site for generating some of that.
Uh-huh.
That's no problem in your mind?
Not at all. That sounds terrific.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys. Thanks for giving us a great look-see at what you're doing out here.
Thanks for coming out. It's good to see you again.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.